This year's Uganda Christian University public lecture has been organized under the theme, "A Call to Prominence is a Call to Serve." This resonated from Matthew chapter 20 and verses 28, with attention drawn unto servant leadership. In attendance was the Bishop of Mukono Diocese, Right Reverend Enos Chito Kagodo, who represented the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda the most, Reverend Dr. Stephen Kazimba Mugalo, Professor Daniel Asawuba from USA, Mukono Diocese Bishop Emeritus Right Reverend Dunstan Bukenya, Reverends, Youth in Management, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, the Most Reverend Dr. Stephen Kazimba Mugalo, who also doubles as the Chancellor Uganda Christian University, was represented by the Bishop of Mukono Diocese, Right Reverend Enos Chito Kagodo. In his message, His Grace described the theme that a call to prominence is a call to serve as both timely and timeless, resonating deeply with the teachings of the Anglican faith and the university.
Our topic, a call to prominence is a call to serve, is both timely and timeless, resonating deeply with the teachings of our faith and the mission of our university. Matthew chapter 20 verse 28 says, "Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." Privilege and prestige.
Professor Aaron Mushengezi, the Vice Chancellor of Uganda Christian University, called upon leaders to strive and create positive changes in their areas of jurisdictions.
I hope that through this lecture we'll all be inspired to be transformational leaders wherever God has placed you, whether you're a guild president who is leading students, or a dean or a head of department, or vice president or DVC. Let us lead to create positive change for our societies.
Delivering his keynote address, Professor Daniel Asawuba, the president, Millerville University in USA, dug deep into the meaning of servant leadership and its characteristics. He provided relevant examples of servant leaders in relation to the Bible.
Servant leadership flips, as I said, it places the needs and growth of others at the forefront, fostering a collaborative environment where everyone thrives. Servant leaders understand that their primary function is to empower and support their team. They focus on the growth and well-being of those they lead by serving them. Using this logic, I posit that prioritizing service is the most appropriate way to define prominence. If you want to be prominent, serve.
He called for an emphasis on the respect for authority, and elders add another aspect to reckon.
Faith and principles of servant leadership must go forth to be the light that illuminates their communities, their workplaces, and the nation. They must be the leaders who empower others, who foster collaboration, and who lead with humility and integrity. Ultimately, we can transform our communities by being servant leaders, and the prominence will follow.
Professor Daniel finally called for leaders to front integrity by fighting corruption, which he says has eaten up Africa as a whole. He said this should be accompanied by empowering locals to address local challenges.
Leadership's emphasis on integrity and putting the needs of others first offers a framework for ethical leadership that can combat corruption. I'll leave it at that. If you're a servant leader, integrity, ethics should be part of what you do. And if that is what you practice, most likely you stay away from corruption.
Dr. Milton Muto, a renowned global health research scientist, said that Uganda needs a new generation of leaders to efficiently and proficiently utilize its resources. He said this will address the various issues, such as unemployment facing the nation.
Uganda needs a new generation of leaders. I am glad UCU is putting the finger on this matter. Our problem is not poverty. We are so highly endowed. We need people who have been to Jesus, who are transformed from within.
Several attendees raised a number of questions in regard to servant leadership. The university later rewarded the distinguished dignitaries in attendance.
Thank you for coming.
John Baptista Humza, Church of Uganda Family TV News at 8.